Let's start. Now I want to talk about how to apply for the first call of the Renew Booster. The first thing you will see on the funding and tender portal is this call description, where you will find a lot of good information about the first call for Renew Booster. Please read this carefully. There are some very good information here. After reading this through, you need to apply here by clicking on the EU survey, which will lead you to this new tab. And here is the application form. And that is also what I want us to go through right now and show you. First thing first, you will have some more information here. You will be able to click here and then download the call text. And then you can read the call text, both for the strand A and strand B, the channels and the open call. And after reading that through, you will finally be ready to start your application. You need to name your proposal, test 1, for instance. Maybe you should find a better name, but this is just a test. Then you need to select where your SME is legally established. I am from Denmark, for instance. Then you need to see if you are a single applicant, if you're a consortium, or if you're a cross-border consortium. For instance, if I'm applying with a German partner, I'll check this one out and write down here, Germany. And now you need to be very careful, but because this is where you need to select if you apply for the open call or if you apply for the channels. And you can see, depending on which one you pick here, the rest of the EU survey will change. So if you, for instance, pick the open call, the channels down here. If you pick the channels, you will have some information here. First of all, again, you can read about the channels. Good information. And then you need to go down here and say your project duration in month. It needs to be minimum 3 months and maximum 6 months. So I can pick, for instance, 4 months. Then you need to pick the scope information. Are you applying for PV, offshore wind, or energy grids? I'll apply for energy grids. Then you need to just very briefly describe how your project fits within the selected value chain. Right here. Boom. And now you need to select what kind of EU act does your project contribute to. Here you can pick Critical Raw Material Act, or you can also pick both of them. But you will have to explain down here how it relates to these acts. Say, yes. Moving on now to company information. Here you'll have to, again, download this document, open it, fill out your information, very straightforward, and then you will have to upload it down here. Yes. Then you will have to write down number of employees, annual turnover, and also upload your balance sheet. And then you will have to fill in the application itself here. Project summary, and you can see there is maximum of 2,000 characters. You cannot write more than 2,000 characters, and there is a count down here. For instance, now I've used 14 out of 2,000 characters. And then you just need to go down here, fill out all of the information. Very straightforward. It says how many characters you have, and also says what you need to fill in. Yeah. Same goes for the impact section. And now we can move on to the first table. Here it is mandatory to fill in at least one row of the table. But you can also fill in, if you have more tasks in your project, fill in more rows. Again, now we come to quality efficiency of the implementation. Again, very straightforward. Read this, explain it in under 1,000 characters. Yeah. Next row, Again, one row is mandatory, but you are very much allowed to fill in more than one row. And now you are almost done. You need to read this, and then you need to accept the terms and conditions. You need to fill in some information about your name of the organization, so we know how to contact you. If you are part of any of these clusters, again, accept. And also, if you have partners here, you can need to fill in what the name of the partners are. And if you somehow stop here in the impact section, and you need to save it for tomorrow because now you need to go home for some, then you can go up here and save it as a draft, and then you can work on it again tomorrow morning or another day, before submitting. This one was one example with the channels. If you select the open call, it will change a little bit. Then you need to fill in here, for instance, how much you apply for. Let's say I want to apply for 20,000 euros. I need to cross this one out. Great. And also there's something changed down here. Then you need to topic selection, or I want to innovate process. And again, it should be very straightforward to fill in these information, and also to save the draft, come back to it. If there should be any questions about this platform, you can first of all read this carefully, read the call instruction carefully. If there is any more question, you are welcome to contact me or any of the consortium partners. You can find information about us on the EU funding and tender portal. You can find information about us on the ECC, and we will also link to it in this presentation. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a very good proposal, and I hope you apply for a Renew Boosters call.